yeah, I need to do this one. All right. So let me explain something to you. If you took my general math class, or if you took my math counts class, I would go into the explaining why. But in this class, we're not going to do the why, we're going to do the how, okay? Here's a rule, okay? If I have a polygon, okay? If I have a polygon, okay, these are all 60, right? You just have to know that. And these are all 90. Okay? And anyone know what these are? When you do a pentagon, what those angles are? Does anybody know that one?
They
120?
Nope.
20.
Nope.
108?
108. They're all 108. Okay? Now, I don't actually care about that you know that, because I'm going to show you a better way to do it. But what we're going to do is we're going to extend each side. Okay? And we're actually going to find out what these angles are. Those are called the exterior angles. Okay? So if the interior angles are all 60, then what are the exterior angles? Well, those angles, right? Those two angles together make a straight line, and straight lines are 180 degrees. So this outside angle must have been 120, because 120 plus 60 is 180. So that one's 120, which means this one's 120, which means this one's 120. So if you added up those three exterior angles, that would be 120 times 3, which is 360 degrees. Okay, so a triangle's exterior angles add up to 360, but check this out. This is really cool. The exterior angle of that would also be 90. That would also be 90. That would also be 90. This would also be 90. 90 times 4 is 360. Whoa, whoa, Mr. Gillespie. It's the same number. The exterior angles always add up to 360. You can even check this one. If that's 108, then this is 72, right? Because 180 minus 108 is 72. This 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 is 72. 72 times 5 is 180. Sorry, is 360. So that is the key, guys. That is the key. The key to the problem is the sum of the exterior angles is, help me out, somebody. The sum of the exterior of a polygon is
360.
360. 360. 360.
So
The sum of the
all,
no matter, that's right, Albert. No matter how big I make the shape, the sum of the exterior is always 360. Does that make sense? So if I had a dodecagon, ready? What's the sum of the exterior?
360.
Okay, so watch. So the sum of the exterior is 360. Then what would one exterior have to be? If the sum of the exterior is 360, what would one exterior be?
30.
30.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, no, it is 30. Sorry, it is 30. Because 360 divided by 12 is 30. Each one had to be 30, and that is correct. What is one interior going to be then?
150.
150. Why 150? Because these two have to add up to 180. And you can start seeing already, if you know this, you can easily find this. You can easily find that. Okay? The sum of the interior, you have two ways you can do it. If one of the interior is 150, you could do 150 times 12. That's one way to do it. Why 12? Because there's 12 of those. But the way that most people will do it is there's a different formula you can use. You can do 180 times the number of sides minus 2. That's another way of doing this, okay? You can pick which one you want to do, but it's the same answer. If I do 150 times 12, that's, what is that, 6 times 300, that's 1,800. And if I do this one, I get 180 times 12 minus 2. That's 10 times 180, and I get 1,800. They both give me the same answer, okay? I tend to use this one for the sum of the interior. I use the 360 for all the rest. Okay? Now, I don't expect you to be great at that yet, but that's the idea behind it, right? Well, look what I have here. The sum of the exterior is 360. The sum of the interior is 180 over n times n minus 2. The measure of one interior, I would actually do this, and I would actually say it differently. I would say I would say 180 minus the exterior. That's what I would be doing. That's what this is saying, right? That all that's saying is 180 minus the interior. Okay. All right. So let me show you, because you're not going to be good at it yet. Okay. First question: what's the sum of the interior? 360. What would one exterior be? Well, that would be 360 divided by how many sides does a nonagon have, guys?
9.
9. So that would,
9.
9.
okay. And then if I already knew the sum of the, if I knew one exterior was 40, then one interior would be 180 minus 40. So one interior would be 140. Now, what about the sum of the interior? I would use the formula 180 times how many sides? 9 minus 2. So I get 180 times 7, and you have to figure out what 180 times 7 is. Okay? Let me do it again. Ready?
260.
Is it? I don't know. All right. The regular pentagon. Well, the sum of the exterior, easy. 360. All right. Oops. 360. One exterior would be 360 divided by 5, so 72. If one exterior is 72, then one interior is 180 minus 72, so 108. And the sum of the interior would be 180 times 5 sides minus 2. So that'd be 180 times 3, which is 540.